Yeah, they've got a lot of national attention as well as statewide attention. A lot of high-profile name guys, and obviously a great tradition of being very good and winning a lot of ball games and a lot of talent. So we're gonna have to play well. This past summer, I had the privilege of coaching the North All-Stars in the All-Star game, and there were two kids, Will Adams and Jackson Wood, that were going to be on that team, but both of those guys missed to go play for Team USA. So that's a couple of the names, and then I know Jameis Winston's brother's on here. I think he's got to make a decision whether football or baseball. So they got some players, that's for sure. We're still trying to find some things, get some things pointing in the right direction. We've had a pretty tough schedule. I guess maybe that's my fault. I don't know, but that hasn't really done us any favors. But I will say this, the guys are competing and they're showing up every day with good work ethic and great attitudes, and there's a lot to be said for them.
A good start. We've got some really good players this year, some really talented players, but kind of what's great about our team is, at least for me, is the camaraderie, the chemistry in the dugout's been what's amazing. And a lot of times if you have talent, you don't always have that chemistry, and right now our chemistry is fun. I tell people a lot, if it was legal, I'd sell tickets to our locker room because these guys are just really, really fun to be around. A ton of respect to Coach Keedy for what he does from a scheduling perspective. You can go out there and you can dodge good opponents and schedule some wins, and what he's trying to do, and you can tell, is he's trying to build his team by playing good teams, because in Alabama, it's pretty simple. Like, area games are all that really truly matter at the end of the year, and he's getting his guys ready for that, and I respect that. I respect any coach who will just go play good teams to see what they've got. So what I think is awesome with what you guys are doing is, there's really good baseball players in Birmingham. There have been for a long time, and a lot of times we've had, football get a lot of, news, and basketball get a lot of news, but people are starting to really wake up to what baseball is in Birmingham, not only just with what you guys are doing, but from a national perspective. And it's the fact that you guys are coming out to film a game tonight and show a game to a lot of people will do nothing but help every kid on the field.
It's a fly ball, lifts it to Will Adams. Adams, an SEC signee, gloves it, and we've got one down. He's signed with LSU, and as we go through this broadcast, Caleb, we will go through a lineup in orange that is chock full of college signees or college-to-be players.
Oh, yeah, and they have, walk back here behind the press box, they have a whole big plate of players who have played at the college level from this program. It's not rare to have players from Hoover make it to the next level, but having an LSU player and a Tennessee player in the same lineup, that's rare for any high school.
Well, and they got a Florida State signee in the dugout. That's for football.
A name that is also very familiar to any high school sports fans.
Yeah, if you've been keeping up with Hoover football. On the mound is Caleb Stone, the right-hander, facing Eli Matthews. 2-1. There's a good look at Caleb Stone. Kind of a cool evening, but okay. Upstairs, 3-1.
And nice little cool off at the end of this week, but without a breeze, it's certainly manageable.
Absolutely.
As long as no wind starts coming our way.
Or we could just go to right field. We'll show you that in a minute. High and tight. And a walk.
Yeah, I have a feeling we'll be getting a look of that fire out there. As we heard, I believe it's Hoover High School students do that for quite a few games. And certainly on the colder nights, I imagine. Don't worry, it's a fire pit. It's not a loose fire out there.
I don't know about that. They just threw a big pot. They just threw a big. Yeah, there is a fire pit, but they're throwing the pallets on there. There's a curveball for a strike. Caleb Stone. The 0-1. Matthews leads off first. Chopper. Big hop for the first baseman. He throws over. Error. Had a handle on it and just kind of mishandled the throw here.
Yeah, I think It's a good play. That's exactly what you want to do, especially a left-handed first baseman moving to his right. Looked like it wasn't fully in his glove. Had problems pulling it out, and then the throw was a little low, and Gardendale the chance to get more runs in this game in the first inning than they did in all of the last game.
Oh, they lost a heartbreaker against Houston of Germantown, Tennessee. They're one of the other teams in this tournament. It's Hoover, Helena, Houston, and Gardendale. At the plate, Parker Banks, the senior first baseman. That's upstairs for a ball. Was it a foul? The runners did not advance, I can tell you that.
I don't think he could see the ball.
Matthews at second.
That's a good job. Banks over on first base. Good job to not go to second, assuming that he was going to move to third. You didn't get yourself caught up. Always look at the runner in front of you.
Out of the stretch works Caleb Stone. And a 2-0 to Banks. He fouls that one back, and I think he'd like to have it back. He was just off that pitch.
Yeah, get one up in the zone, 2-0 count. Have a chance to really drive the ball to the outfield. If you put one in the gap, you're expecting to get a couple of early runs.
Good hitters count at 2-1. He fouls that one back, leaving the count at 2.
Well, what you can say is good from the Rockets' point of view is they're making Caleb Stone work early on through just 4 hitters. A lot of pitches being thrown in this first inning.
Here's the 2-2 with 2 on. Stone to the belt. Curveball blasted deep left field. Peters goes back at the warning track, makes the catch. Runners go halfway. 2 down and a loud out.
Yeah, you just felt that he just missed that one when he hit it. The sound wasn't there. Just got under it. Boy, he turned on it exactly how you want to, but didn't get quite on the barrel of the bat. Thought he wanted that 2-0 pitch back. He certainly wants that one back.
So runners are still at first and second. A couple of outs here as Gunnar Wyatt will step to the plate. Actually, that's Cam Roberts, and he lifts one into right center field, giving chase. It drops in front of Adams. One rocket will come around to score. That's Eli Matthews. Banks is at third, and here comes Gardendale jumping on top early.
Yeah, that just kind of dropped into no man's land out there. Neither Hudson Oliver in center and Will Adams in right, neither of them could get there. 2 of the better outfielders. Certainly one of the better outfield pairings you'll find. Just kind of dropped in between them. Good base running, and after a loud out, a soft RBI.
I thought that was going to carry a little deeper. I think Adams kind of played it safe on it. Now you got runners at the corners. 1 in, 2 out.
I mean, it's
stepping in.
a smart way to play it. I mean, you don't want to have you die for that, do something wrong with it. It's easily 2 runs.
Wyatt fouls that one back. Gardendale, having lost the previous game to Houston out of Tennessee, is 2-13. Not the most flattering of numbers. On the other side, you got Hoover, who is 12-1 and number 1 in the state. Ground ball, shortstop, backhands it. Wood with a long throw. In time.
That's why he is committed to Tennessee. Great play going to his right, throwing it back over to first, and a good pick at first base.
So at the top of the first inning, the Rockets put a run on the board, and the Bucks are coming back. Let's see what we just started through, the Rockets starting lineup.
Now we did see the first 6 hitters of this lineup. We saw Parker Robinson, as I mentioned, former quarterback of the Rockets football team. Matthews batting second. You got Caleb and Parker Banks in the heart of the order. Cam Roberts, who we'll talk about here in a second, he is on the mound. Gunnar Wyatt, who just grounded out too short to end the inning. Lineup will wrap up with Trip Green in center, Cohen Corbell at third, and Austin Webb in left. Logan Story will play right field, will not hit tonight.
Got a lot of college talent in this lineup. Oliver will lead it off out of center field. Will Adams going to LSU. In front of him is Jackson Wood. He's going to Tennessee. And further down the lineup, you've got the catcher, Drew Monty, followed by James Au, and he's going to Northwest Florida. I could keep going on. Vikram Iyer, Jackson Newton, a late start at third base. Grayson Payne, along with Clement Peters, who just made the catch in left field.
It's a lineup that you might get tired of us talking about what colleges they're going to, but that's to have that much talent in a single high school baseball lineup, you're going to want to talk about it. And that's, it's a special team to have to face for Gardendale, too, and there's a reason that we're here. There's a reason they wanted to be here for this kind of competition and this kind of game, and Rockets off to a good start, getting an early run.
Well, if it's one thing that Gardendale does have is they've got some arms, and it was never more evident that in the first game, Connor Hoover, oddly enough, he went 7 strong and lost in the last inning.
7 and 2/3, right?
Yeah.
Went into the 8th inning, only gave up 2 hits in that game.
I saw him, and I just walked up and I said, "You deserve better, man." He was very, very polite and thankful.
Gave up a leadoff double in that 8th inning, ended up walking in the game-winning run. Just tough way for a 0-0 game to go at the very end.
Well, and if Gardendale is going to stay in this game, they're going to have to quiet the bats of the Bucks. Outside corner, leaving the count at 1-1. There's a look at Cam Roberts, the righty. Ground ball, sharply to short. Matthews gloves, throws, 1 down.
It's always nice when you can help out your pitcher on the first at bat. Just give a little bit of confidence. No bobble, just a clean out. Make it look easy. Settle into the mound. It's just a little different when you're at a Hoover High School sporting event. Everything just looks a little cleaner out there. The lights are a little brighter, and to be able to settle in early is good.
That pitch is down. Well, I've got a shift in their lineup. Jackson Wood is at the plate. Number 3. He's a junior shortstop, headed to UT.
Not just any baseball program, but a pretty good one,
Yep.
I might say. Who might go through a little bit of growing pains with the new coach, their former coach, heading off to the San Francisco Giants.
Well, it was a big jump, didn't you think?
I think so. Not many coaches have ever done that, so.
He walks him on 4 straight. So, second batter in order for Hoover will reach, and there's Will Adams.
And not the kind of hitter you want to put extra runner on base for.
Will Adams, number 8.
Versus Jackson Wood, you have to worry about the runner. With also plenty of power at the plate.
Yep. There's the right fielder with 1 out. Runner goes immediately. Robinson can't handle it. I'm not sure with that jump he would have thrown him out with a perfect toss.
Yeah, he's been doing that to plenty of catchers this season, and will continue to do it at the college level, I'm sure, too. Not just the jump, but, boy, he was there in a hurry.
Oh, he's a
Didn't need to slide.
speedy guy. Here's the 1-0. Right at the second baseman. Matthews, gloves, throws. Pretty nice dig by Banks. And runner advances to third. That's Wood.
Monty, number 5, our pitcher.
You got 2 outs and runner on third. As a pitcher, you just have to make sure you're not concerned about that runner. Leave it to your catcher. Stop anything in the dirt or in the turf, as what we have here at Hoover to play with. That's a good pitch.
A little off the curveball. 0-1. Couple of outs. Bottom of the first here at Hoover. Just a bit outside. 1-1.
Same pitch, just started a little further out. Broke away from the strike zone.
Cam Roberts. High. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Couldn't catch up with that one.
You see him drop 3 breaking balls in there. Doesn't really matter how fast your fastball is, as long as you can keep them off balance.
That's Drew Monty at the plate. Catcher hitting in the 4 slot. He's worked it full. Monty just a junior. Outside, that's a ball. Robinson gives chase. You got runners at first and third for Hoover. Here in the bottom of 1.
You want to be careful with this lineup, but you have to also be careful with not giving away too many free bases. I know sometimes in several of these hitters you think a walk is not the worst thing that could happen here. And if you can prove it, Cam Roberts can get out there and get this final out.
All right, righty on lefty here as James Al steps to the plate. Ground ball second. Matthews can't come up with it. Wood comes in to score. Hoover plates 1 and ties it.
I think he got a good jump on it. Stumbled a little bit going towards the ball. It looked like the ball went right under his glove.
He scored for me.
You'll see the same look we got. I think it's a hit. I don't think that is a simple play. And I think it was hit pretty hard. I have no issue giving that a single.
And you nailed it, because sometimes you just have to consider how well the ball is hit, and that was smacked. There's a strike outside, 0-1. We got some fireworks early here as the game is all tied at 1. Bottom of the first at Hoover. Our visiting Jeffco Ed TV. Here, just a little ways from Shelby County, not far from Birmingham. They have their own city school system, while we have the wonderful county of Jefferson. 0-2 as Roberts jumps ahead of the hitter. He kind of wasted that one away.
Nothing wrong with the waste pitch. Got to be careful with runner on third. You don't want to waste it in the dirt, so try to get a chase up high. Might do it again.
This is the DH, Iyer, and he pulled a string on that, did Cam Roberts, and that's a strikeout. And we go to the top of the first inning. Whew, that's a wicked pitch. We are all tied at 1.
This is Gardendale High School, where it's always a great day to be a Rocket. The Gardendale Rockets are Jeffco Ed strong.
All right, let's go to the top of the first here on Jeffco Ed TV. Caleb Turntine, along with myself, Matt Coulter. Happy to bring you some baseball. Great crowds. People traveling from Tennessee, people traveling from Gardendale, traveling up from Helena. And, of course, homestanding Hoover, the #1 team in the state. They're going to draw a few people.
And if it was, I have a feeling if it was just a little warmer, you would have seen a lot of those teams stick around and enjoy just a night at the ballpark. But I will take this weather any day, especially in the spring. If it's not a rain out, sign me up.
Well, and earlier in the week, because we were all sending group texts, I thought it was going to be a whole lot colder.
Yeah, we
and
did.
It is not. It's about 60 degrees. That's fine. All right, Caleb Stone back at the pitcher's plate. Swing and a miss. The hitter is Trip Green, the center fielder for the Rockets.
First inning was nearly the same for both teams. Both teams scored a run on just one hit, left 2 runners on.
That's outside. It's 1-1. Stone. Boy, he had some giddy up on that one, didn't he, Caleb?
And Trip Green, he wanted it too. That was a full heavy swing trying to catch up to it. Hands got to be a little quicker than that to turn on it.
1-2. Pitch to Green. Yeah, he wasn't going to catch up with that one either. One quick out.
That's good pitching. You're going to see a little bit of tail on it here.
Cohen Corbell. Third baseman will step up.
See, that almost became a defensive swing. That tailed back onto the edge of the plate and decided just a little bit too late to swing at it.
Here's the sophomore third baseman. That one's low. One and 0. There's a fly ball right field. Oliver and Adams both giving chase. Adams will come over and cut in front of the center fielder, make the play for 1 out, 2 outs.
Yeah, similar spot to where that ball dropped in the first inning. I think they got a little bit better jump on it and certainly better communication. I think when center fielder ever comes that close to one of his corner outfielders, center fielder's got to call him off. But that's a sophomore in center field, and that's an LSU commit in right field. So I can understand that.
You're going to give a little leeway there?
I think you might give him a little bit.
That brings up Austin Webb, the left fielder. There's a look at Austin, the senior. He takes a cut at the fastball and misses. I just saw a Dalmatian. Did you see the Dalmatian?
I've seen it 3 or 4 times. I've gotten very excited every time I've seen it. I see a dog. I'm going to get excited. I'm going to say something about a dog
guy?
I see. I'm a big dog guy.
Oh, good for you. 1 and 2 to Austin Webb. And Caleb Stone, the windup. Just outside. 2 and 2. Stone kicks and fires low, evens not even the count, but it'll go full.
Anytime you can get your 9-hole hitter to get a full count, I think you're calling it a successful at bat.
And a line shot right at second. It actually had some English and went back towards Payne, and he throws over. So 3 up and 3 down for Gardendale at the plate. Hoover's headed to the bottom of the second inning, as we do too on Jeff Coed TV.
I love the kids. I mean, every day they are just so excited to learn.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
And they really teach me a lot. I mean, honestly, they are just so beautiful.
Oh, that's a beautiful one.
Miss McNamara, she is an awesome teacher in the classroom. I think it basically starts with, with any great teacher, I think it starts with a love of kids. You know that right off the bat when you're talking with her and you go into her classroom and you see her interact with kids, that she loves kids, she's here for the kids.
And the biggest reward of teaching is to see a child come in who struggles with conversation skills or struggles with being able to adapt to the classroom. Very honored to be able to represent our school in this way, and just humbled that I get to be able to do this.
What's he seeing at class?
And outstanding educators named finalists for the Teacher of the Year. Jeff Coe is rolling out the red carpet for all of them. Listen to this. You can watch the ceremony live on Jeff Coed TV on March 19th as those teachers are honored, and 2 of them will be named Teacher of the Year. Live coverage of the ceremony starts at 6:20. 6:20.
I was listening to you read. We all were, but the Dalmatian walked by again, so I just
saw
wanted
it.
to.
Saw it
I
out
knew
of the
you
corner
did.
of my
I
eye.
knew you would.
And it's a little harder to catch than the ones that ride on fire trucks because it's smaller.
Like now we can spot right here another one. There's a dog out there next to that fire, getting some good.
What are you,
I'm
the
telling
dog
you.
breather?
I will see the dogs. All right, I'll find them.
All right,
I'll leave you for them here in a second.
We go to the bottom of the second inning. Roberts starts out with a ball way outside. Whoa, held up. 1-1. All right, look at Roberts, the right-handed pitcher for Gardendale. Just got the corner.
Yeah, that is, if he's going to give you that call, that's the spot you want to pitch it in every single time. Not a lot you can do with that kind of outside pitch. Certainly tried to hit it one more time.
2-2 count. All tied at 1. Upstairs, it'll go full. Newton's at the plate. Inside, barely missed. Newton's aboard with a walk, and that is 3 now for Cam Roberts.
And that's a tough one to swallow if you're Roberts. Got ahead in the count, 1-2. Got a good call on the outside corner. End up losing the leadoff hitter. Again, this is 7, 8, 9 in the Hoover lineup that you do not want to wrap around to the top with runners on base.
Now, and here's Grayson Payne, who's in the bottom of the order. Oh, they might have a play at first. Quick throw over by Robinson. Not happening.
Yeah.
But Payne's going to Calhoun to play college ball.
I didn't say there was a weak spot in the lineup.
No,
I said there are stronger spots.
I didn't hear you say that. It's just the power of this team. But Gardendale playing them hard here. 1-1, bottom of the first. The right-handed throw back. Nope.
About to mark down a number of pickoffs during this at bat. That's not a thing in high school. You don't have to mark anything down for that.
No, at the
not
major
yet, at
league
least.
level. Yeah, it'll trickle down, don't you think?
It always does.
Well, here's the 1-1. Foul back by Grayson Payne, the senior second baseman. Man, I felt for Gardendale in that first game, didn't you? In the game previous to us.
That was it. Boy, it was a fun game. Sometimes you're sitting there waiting for a game to start as a broadcaster, and you're kind of bored. You're wanting it to go along, but man, that was just a good baseball game. A lot of good pitching, sound fielding, but for it to end on a walk-off walk, that is just that's tough.
That is anticlimactic as it gets.
Could have been a walk-off hit by pitch.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know if there's a difference in my eyes. Swing and a miss. He pulled a little bit of the string. Nice pitch by Cam Roberts, 1 down.
That's a big strikeout, big bounce back. Had it in the same position as that leadoff hitter, had a 1-2 count. You had to be worried about the runner at first base. I think those pickoff moves, maybe for anything else, just keep the batter on his toes. Able to get a strikeout, big first out.
There's a look at the left fielder, Clement Peters, just a junior. Little up, ball 1. And the game before that, it was Houston and Helena, and Houston ended up winning it 6-5 in 9 innings. A lot of free baseball.
If you're wondering why we came on a little late tonight.
Snap throw down to first, sweeps, didn't get him.
We might have an angle better.
Let's take a look.
I think he whiffed on him.
I think he missed his back. Had he had the glove a little bit lower, I think it'd have been a
That's why you don't do the full
catcher.
swipe. You pull and you place it down and leave your glove there. That's the second time that they had an opportunity to get him at first base as well.
Well, he's jumping after the catcher receives the ball. Here's the 3-0. Curveball upstairs. Peters is aboard. That is 4 walks now.
And you have a pitcher that's almost too worried about the runner and how they're moving. 4 walks first time through the lineup, and now you have maybe the best 1-2-3 punch in the state coming to the plate. And we're not even talking about SEC commits yet. We're talking about a sophomore, Hudson Oliver here, who
He's ranked number 1 in the state as a sophomore.
Best of class 2028. He's number 17 in the country.
Let's see what the lefty does. That ball is away. So runners at first and second, 1 out. Cam Roberts going to try and work out of this jam too. That is sky. Deep enough for infield fly? I think so. Coming over and making the catch is Austin Webb, and then the center fielder falls down.
As long as you don't let the runner advance to third, then you can laugh it off.
Yeah, and they did, and the crowd did too. But you're right. But that's a big 2 out.
It is. That's a big pop-up to get. Did carry a little further than I thought. I knew it would be further than the infield, but that thing kind of pushed out.
So Oliver is retired. He's 0 for 2 so far. It brings up Jackson Wood, headed to Knoxville. Pretty impressed with Cam Roberts, even though he's been a little wild and he's walked 4 batters. He's been able to come back.
And this will be the test.
Yep.
Not
Wood.
just this hitter, but also who's on deck.
Shot left field. Let's see if Newton's going to come around. He'll score, and Hoover takes a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, just a good piece of hitting. Turned on that. Plenty of power to push it through the hole. I'd like to see maybe Austin Webb charge a little bit quicker. I think he had an opportunity. I don't think he would have, even if that wasn't cut. You never know how a ball bounced quickly off turf, though, a little bit better than it will on grass. Just to see if you would have gotten him at home, but
Peters goes to second. Wood is at first. There's foul back way behind us. 2-1. Hoover's taking the lead. Will Adams could be the best ball player on the field, but then again, I'm not sure.
It's hard to say, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good problem to have if you're Hoover.
I think Cam Roberts is aware of it. He's just kind of flirting around the zone. That pitch was not even close.
Yeah, it's a good challenge. It's not just poor strikes in there. It's not just any high school lineup.
Robinson tried to frame it, unsuccessful, so it's 2-1 to Will Adams. He grounded to second in his first at-bat. There's another grounder to second. Gloved by Matthews, throws over, got the out. They gave up 1, but it could have been a whole lot more. You're watching Jeff Coed TV.
Certainly we need more drivers, but we need folks more than that who want to make a difference.
It's the best job in the world. Bus drivers are doing a tremendous job in receiving kids each day with a smile, sending them home each day with a smile, making a difference in their lives.
Most bus drivers are there to invest in the children as well as to gain an investment for themselves. They were excited that you're interested in being a bus driver trainer. The potential is great about changing lives.
Coming up next, how about some softball? Next Tuesday, McAdory's Yellow Jackets take on the Huey Down Lady Golden Gophers. You can watch all the action right here on Jeff Coed TV. Game is scheduled to start at 4:30. First pitch.
I think you'll be without me on that one. You going to miss me too much?
Well, you know, we've been together a lot here lately.
We have been. We'll let Ariel jump in on that one.
I hadn't seen her in a while.
One of these days, we might leave you at home. We'll go do a game, just the two color analysts.
Well, that'll be fine with me. Both of you have done play-by-play. I know Ariel has. I'm assuming you have as well. There's the throwdown by catcher Drew Monty. As we'll go back to the top of the order, Parker Robinson, who flew out to right field in his first at-bat.
Up for the Rockets, number 2, Robinson.
A senior catcher. You know, that's interesting. You don't see many catchers that lead off, do you?
Don't lead off position, but a senior who does it, that's the catcher with the good on base. That is, I don't know. I'm thinking of the days where I'm playing video games, building a roster, building a lineup. I loved a catcher with an on base percentage. Something about putting a catcher high up in the lineup just made you feel good about your team.
There's the ball. And here comes Stone on the 2-0. That's lifted into right field. Adams over. He gloves it. Not much of an issue for that one. It was pretty well hit, but just right at Will Adams.
Yeah, nearly identical to his first
Now 13,
fly out. A
Matthews.
little bit less loft on that. Good piece of hitting. Took it the other way. Outside pitch. He was ready to swing, though, on that 2-0. If he could push it a little bit more down the line or into the gap, that would have been a double.
That's outside 1-0. The number 2 hitter, Eli Matthews, has been busy with his glove, and he walked and scored in his first at-bat.
He's got 3 assists through 2 innings on the defensive end.
That one was low. It's 2-0. Caleb Stone, the right-hander on the hill for the Buccaneers. That was right down Trace Parkway. Would that work?
Saw where you were going. I was wondering what street you were going to go with.
Well, you know, there's a few around here. I guess I could have gone 65. I don't know. There's a foul ball.
459, 150. Buccaneer Drive.
A lot of our crew doesn't live too far from here.
This is the closest
Myself
game we've
included.
done.
Yeah,
closest
yeah,
game
it
we've
is.
done for me.
Here comes the 2-2 delivery from Caleb Stone. Ground ball, foul.
Wow, that was a good job waiting on that just to foul it off. He wanted to swing at that real early. Easily could have been a swinging strikeout.
So Matthews will look at a 2-2 offering from Stone. Finally gets set on the pitch. High fastball. Back and over the fence, over the concession stand and behind us. Will remain 2-2.
Sometimes you just have to wait it out and see where the people are freaking out and say, they're not looking at you, then you're safe.
Matthews waits. Oh, he just rips that right into center field. Oliver will scoop it up and get it back in, but what a clean single there by the junior second baseman.
Yeah, and a great at-bat, too. He saw that pitch a couple of times, fouled that first one off, which I thought he was really early on. He had to wait on it. That one he just saw coming a little bit sooner, hung over the plate, sent it right back up the middle. On base for the second time tonight.
And that'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Caleb Banks, the shortstop. He reached on an error back in the first inning. He fouls that one sharply back. Watched him play a lot. Well, the entire game, really. This is a good ball player.
Shortstop who bats third, number 1. He's got all the makings without knowing anything. You don't even have to know how he plays, and something about that.
Yeah, you can figure it out, can't you? Caleb Stone, that pitch caught the outside corner. Matthews on first with 1 out. Pretty nice stop by Monty.
It's the first time we've seen Stone drop that curveball actually into the dirt. Had a pitch to waste. We've usually seen it go from above the zone to drop into the zone. That one started in the zone. Good job by Banks to lay off that one.
Here's the 1-2. That one's fouled, and it will drift out of play. It'll be 1-2. Suddenly very quiet here at Hoover. And we're not far at all from the Met. A lot of baseball I've seen over there.
I saw the football stadium lights on early as well. I didn't know if they had hosting some soccer.
Way to stay alive. Eli Matthews. Do you go to the SEC baseball tournament?
Oh, yeah.
Just
as
one of
much
my
as I
favorite,
can.
One
as
of
much
my
as I can.
favorite events.
Covered it. I've gotten to go as a fan. Went as a kid. I mean, can't get enough of the SEC tournament. I'm glad that
Banks.
it has stayed in Hoover as long as it has.
Banks won't look at that one. It was a throw over. Matthews is back easily. And a fairly modest lead, I would say. There's the 1-2. Down. Nice block by Drew Monty. 2-2.
Banks putting together a good at-bat here. We're up to, this will be pitch number 8 once they get out of this timeout.
He's going to come down and talk with Ryan Keedy.
I think this was Monty who called this timeout, and I think that's a sign of a good ball club. You don't need your coach to tell you when you need a mound visit. Catcher goes out, said, hey, this is a long at bat, calm down. I know the pitch to get him. Let's talk about it, figure it out, and we'll see what they came up with.
High IQ battery. And another 2-2. Ground ball, right side. That's through. Base hit. Adams will come up with it and hold the runners to station. Two pretty crisp hits.
And two very good at-bats, too. Had a 7-pitch at-bat that ended with a single and an 8-pitch at-bat that ended with a single. And now he bring Parker Banks to the plate, who just missed a 3-run homer in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he sent it to the track and left. Parker Burns Banks steps up. He flew out, as you just said. He's facing Caleb Stone with 2 on and 1 out. Fly ball, that's pretty well hit, but that's not going to carry as far. Oliver makes the catch. Runner, at least the second runner at second, will slide almost over the bag as Matthews goes to third.
And we saw Hudson Oliver showcase his arm there a little bit. Nearly had a chance at him. Just a little bit offline. He did slide over the bag. If the tag had been there, it stayed on there, might have been in trouble. Another good piece of hitting from Parker Banks. Just missed it.
And that'll bring up Cam Roberts, the pitcher, with 2 out. Gardendale would like to plate at least 1 this inning and tie it back up.
Roberts had the RBI single in the first inning. Swung at the first pitch in that first inning, too. That looked like one that thought he might take a swing at again. Thing was hanging over the middle of the plate.
Here's the 0-1. Runner goes. Blocked by the catcher. Nicely by Drew Monty. So you got 2 in scoring position with a couple outs. Really good hitter at the plate, and Cam Roberts.
Big opportunity here for Gardendale.
He's got the sign, and here's the 1-1. Held off. It was up. 2-1.
An opportunity that Gardendale has struggled with at times this season. Scoring runs has certainly not been their strength. In a lot of these losses, it's been close, low-scoring games. These are the chances that they want to capitalize on.
Caleb Stone to deliver the 2-1. Curveball, slap, left side. Third baseman pulls up, throws over. Nice play. So the threat goes unanswered. Loft. And we'll go to the bottom of the third inning. It's 2-1 Hoover on Jeffco Ed TV.
Introducing the brand new app for Jefferson County Schools. This is the home screen. Tap the 3 horizontal lines in the bottom left to see all the menu items. To turn on push notifications, tap Settings, select Notification Preferences, and allow notifications. Tap Subscriptions to subscribe to your school. The Events section shows a list of events throughout the school. You can use this button to add an event to your calendar, or tap here. The Feed is where you'll find updates from administration about what's going on throughout the school. It's everything Jefferson County Schools in your pocket.
Back in Hoover, Alabama, where Jeff Coed TV is taking. We followed Gardendale on the road. Baseball turn. There's look at John Thompson.
Yeah, he has to be careful back there. You see that blue water bottle there at the bottom of your screen right behind the scoreboard. That thing got knocked over by a wild pitch earlier in warm-ups. He was sitting down. I saw him jump a little bit. He's got to be careful behind the plate.
I didn't see that.
Someone get him a chest pad.
But you noted earlier there's no brick base.
It's different. And honestly,
it's all
I
netting.
really like the look. I don't know how practical it is. The brick. I mean, we haven't really seen anything bounce this far back to see how it would affect a play. But I think you could argue that wild pitch earlier, where the guy on second didn't advance. There's no brick wall, solid color to see the ball. He's trying to look and see all this background and try to find the ball. Might have been a little harder.
But on the other side, Caleb, if you had that brick wall and one got away and didn't get a glove on it, it could potentially bounce back onto the field. Wow, that's one of them that could have done it.
That one bounced back pretty good.
Yep, with just netting. At the plate is Drew Monty, who we've already seen make a couple of nice stabs behind the plate. He's looking at a 2-0 count. Cam Roberts delivers. Ooh, just a bit high.
I didn't know all this was going to happen, and I'm glad I told him to be careful back here.
No kidding. Do you think they're throwing at him now? Wow, 3 pitches for balls and all wild. And he misses away with that one, and Drew Monty will draw his second walk.
And that's walk number 5 of this game for Cam Roberts. And again, you've limited the damage. This game is only 2-1, and you've certainly shown that your bats can do something with that. But 5 walks, you can't keep giving those away.
No, Hoover will capitalize. Brings up the left-handed hitter, James Owl. Pretty big fella. That one's low and away. Man, Roberts is wild in the 3rd inning. Monty will advance on the wild pitch.
No, we already saw people run down to the Hoover bullpen and get ready. I haven't seen anyone go down to Gardendale's bullpen, but I have to imagine it's entering the thought. Coach Ryan Keedy.
Well, he's thrown 6 straight. Oh, steps back in, the senior first baseman. Inside, it's 3-0.
And it's not just, this is when you have such a strong lineup, how tough it is for a pitcher, because you're thinking, I just need to throw a strike, lay one in there. I couldn't tell you that any of these guys wouldn't have a green light. Maybe after 7 straight balls, you tell them the take sign is on, but.
Because then also he pretty much grooved that one.
They'll be ready to hit.
Now the 3-1, a real hitter's count. Monty's dancing around at second, but there's no reason to get overly aggressive there as Roberts suddenly can't find the strike zone. Vikram Iyer will come up.
And there we see 2 players running out to the Gardendale bullpen. If that'll be to make a change or just starting warming up. That was Christian Quinn and Braden Headley run down, and now you'll see a mound visit, which I have to assume beats it by some time.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what Keedy's going to do. Keedy's a good guy. I knew his dad. His dad played 4 or 5 years in the bigs. Remember when he was third baseman for the Angels? And like father, like son, Ryan Keedy was drafted in the 16th round and went on to play for the Cubs and the Marlins. So a lot of baseball in the Keedy family.
And it shows. He knows what he's doing. He's done a lot of good things with the Gardendale program. Anyone watching not familiar with the Gardendale program, we've talked about them being 2-13. I mean, that doesn't tell the story. The story is, one, is strength of schedule. They have played so many good teams. You look at the Prep Baseball Alabama rankings, and I think they've lost to 5 teams in either the top 10 of 7A, 6A, or 5A. And they lost 7 starters from last year, so they knew it could be a rebuilding year. And yet you see them out here, and they don't look like a team that is just weak everywhere. They don't look like a team. I mean, so that's when you know the program is in good shape. Even when you're young, you might not be winning games. You can still play good baseball, and you trust that it will turn around eventually.
Another ball from Roberts as he has 2 on and nobody out, facing the middle of this Bucks powerful lineup. Laid off that one. Yeah, it was close. Ball 2-0.
I think if you're Gardendale, you're hoping he can survive one hitter, get 1 out, maybe make a change after that.
Oh, 3-0.
Because whether you're making the change or not, you don't want to put any relief pitcher in a position where they have to come in with the bases loaded and nobody out.
Iyer, the 3-0, that's upstairs. Runners are going. No reason to throw except to allow a run. Now that was a mistake there, Caleb.
Yeah, I think that was. I think you probably have to give the error to Parker Robinson behind the plate. The throw was certainly in the dirt.
I guess the only justification for throwing is he thought it was a strike.
And sometimes when you're back there, you're not thinking too much of it. You see a runner go. But, yeah, he had to have thought that was a strike to let that go at all.
So still 2 on and nobody out. Rough inning for Cam Roberts. There you look at all on second. That one's low. Another nice stop by Robinson behind the plate.
It's 15 pitches in this inning, 14 of them now balls.
Here comes the 2-0. There's ripped down the right field line, going over his Story. Coming around to score. That is Al. And Hoover's threatening to break this one open.
And that's what I'm talking about when you have a lineup like this. You're not throwing strikes. You want to groove on it. They're going to be ready to hit. I don't see 14 balls of 15 pitches in this inning, and he was ready to swing the bat when he got a chance. First extra base hit of this game. And that's your 7-hole hitter. That's Jackson Newton. That's just how good this Hoover Bucks lineup is.
So, you got runners at second, third. And here comes Keedy, and I imagine we're going to see a relief pitcher for Cam Roberts, who threw 2 really good innings, and then it just kind of fell apart.
Yeah, he struggled with control, but to have 3 straight walks, that's when, I don't know, maybe you have to see the change a little sooner, but opportunity, they need to shut this inning down pretty quickly.
That's Braden Headley who's strolling to the mound.
This is Gardendale High School, where it's always a great day to be a Rocket. The Gardendale Rockets are Jeffco Ed strong.
Coach Braden Headley, the senior, has taken the hill for Gardendale, and he has inherited couple of runners in scoring position and nobody out. He's facing Grayson Payne, who struck out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, you said it, Hoover, with a big opportunity to break this game open. Only 2 runs in so far this inning.
That's a little bit low. 3-0. Four to 1. Hoover has scored a couple here in the bottom of the third, and looks like they might score again. That one's low, and now Headley can't find the strike zone as he walks the hitter on 4 straight. Payne loads him.
I think there's a little bit of mind issues, mental issues happening right now. Gardendale pitchers, we know they can throw strikes. Control isn't necessarily their biggest problem. Certainly their arms aren't their biggest issue.
Clements will step up. He walked in his first plate appearance, was stranded at second. Let's see if Headley can't find the strike zone, get him out of a jam. Far from it there, bounced in front of the plate, scooped by Robinson. Speaking of which, Robinson behind the plate for the Rockets has been very busy this inning.
You can see him feeling a little bit frustrated, maybe more than anybody else out here right now.
You know, you mentioned it a couple of times, and it's so true. You just don't want to throw strikes to these guys, you know? I mean, you have to. But right now, Gardendale's at the point, Caleb, see if you agree or not, they just need to throw strikes.
They do. I mean, you don't want to lose on pitch control issues. You want to see them hit as we see more players go down to the bullpen for Gardendale.
Chop foul, 2-1. So there's your strike. Clement Peters is the left fielder. You know, you got a really talented roster when you got guys that are going to be going to junior college on the bench. Ground ball, scoop nicely by Corbell. He comes to the plate to get one. What a terrific play.
That is great play all around. Scooping it quick reaction, and the throw a little low. Parker Robinson did a good job keeping his foot on the base, on the plate, reaching, and he reached perfectly, almost getting ready to throw it to first, but just didn't have enough time.
Newton and Payne advance to third and second. Peters reaches by fielder's choice. It's a big out. Now you got a chance to ground ball, get out of the inning with only 2. Boy, that was a pretty pitch. And you could see that from our center field camera. The guys set this stuff up, do a nice job for us. Our crew's unbelievable. Ooh. Oh, nice. Ahead in the count at 0-2.
0-2 for Gardendale pitching. I don't think we've seen that count. Maybe tonight. I'm not sure.
He let off too much.
Hudson Oliver has come to the plate in every inning so far.
Fly out and a ground out. That one broke but low.
And they're saying it hit him.
Are they now? Well, I'd like to see that. So, Newton will score.
Looks like he got his toe, and I think you could kind of see the reaction from Parker Robinson behind the plate. He knew it, just kind of stood up, shook his head. Like, man, that's just kind of the way this game's going.
Oliver reaches by the hit by pitch. Just a bit low.
There's nothing more you want than to be down 4 runs, only have 1 out, the bases loaded with 2 SEC players coming to the plate.
Payne's at third, Peters is at second, and Oliver, who just got hit by a pitch, is at first base. 1 out. That one's low. 2-0. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and now 3 in the bottom half of the third inning for Hoover, and they're not done. They got the bases loaded. Wow, nice pitch. 2-1.
That's the first time I think that we've seen 2-0 pitch not just laid in there, but be a challenging pitch. Looking to hit for sure, looking to do damage.
The 2-1. That is hit skied out of play down the left field line. That'll even the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wood, as we said, headed to the University of Tennessee. Right now, he's more concerned he's going to wear a different orange, huh? Ooh, just laid off, and that was a ball. Full count.
I think that did just break a little bit outside. Boy, I can't believe he laid off of it. That's a tough pitch to look at.
Full count, bases loaded, 1 out, 3 in for Hoover. And that one's low. So Wood will walk. He'll get the RBI as Payne crosses.
Now we have your right fielder, Will Adams.
Yeah, and you just heard it. Will Adams, the LSU signee, is at the plate, the left-handed hitter. He's got the bases loaded. And I'll bet he's a little jacked up. Not enough to swing at that pitch. Way outside. Braden Headley has come in relief for Cam Roberts in this inning. He has managed to provide 1 out for his Rockets. Here comes the 1-0. That one's away too.
Adams is the only player for Hoover not to reach base in this game so far.
Here comes the 2-0. What a pitch to hit. Headley fouls that one right back over us and into the trees. It'll be 2-1. The senior right fielder. Again, another hitter's count at 2-1, 1 out. He caught the corner on that one, evens it at 2-2.
I haven't caught a lot of low strikes in this one. That was caught just enough of the bottom of the knees is what I'll call it.
Yeah,
got the call.
Here's the 2-2. Ground ball right back up the middle. Adams with a base hit. 1 buck is in. Another buck crosses. Peters and Oliver score, and it's 6-1.
I think that just shows you a little bit about what Hoover can do. They have a lot of good hitters. They have a lot of power. They can be patient at the plate just as easily. Send it right back where it came from. Get these base hits. That's how they're running away with this. It's not the power. It's not the big hits. It's being patient at the plate and making it happen when they need to. Quick change here.
Yeah, Hadley's going to give it up quickly as head coach Ryan Keaty goes to the hill, and we'll see who's coming in from the bullpen. 2 RBI single for Will Adams. While we check out the numbers on the new pitcher for the Rockets, we'll take a break here on Jeff Coed TV.
You can get jobs, you can do side jobs, you can make money doing this, and you can make some good money. There's not a lot of people that know how to do this and do it well.
This academy is a real life experience of what goes on in the shops. They will understand how cars are constructed, how they're put together. They will understand how to take them apart, put them back together. They'll understand basic hand tools, the difference in collision repair tools versus mechanic tools.
What sparked my interest is I always had a thing for like painting cars. And when I heard about this class, my 9th grade year, I decided to take the class, and ever since then I liked it. You can learn how to run wires, you can learn how to do interior, seats, tires, body work, paint work, interior work.
So when you see a student have a passion for it, then that really is exciting. There's a lot of need for this out there.
Logan Swam on the hill for Gardendale. He is a junior, and we'll see if he's what the doctor ordered to try and put the Flaming Bucks out here. There's a fly ball, deep left field. Green going over. Also, Webb can't get it. They were 2 on. 1 Buck will score. Throw to the plate, not in time. And did that ball just get up in the air? Let's see.
Did just enough. I thought it was going to bounce over the fence for a second. Looked like slowed up and left and just lost it.
Well,
I know there's rules about getting glove on the ball, but I think that might have actually touched leather anyway.
Well, fact of the matter, he missed it. Or didn't catch it, whichever way sounds more appropriate. We are a Jeff Coed TV team. So, you scoring that a single? A very, very long one?
I put it down as an E7, but fine with it either way.
I'm not sure it touched leather, but it could have. Anyway. That brings out of the plate. But he's got a single and a walk. And scored. Here's the 0-1.
That one came right back to us.
Logan Swam on the hill for Gardendale. James Al's a big guy. Ropes that one, jumped too quick. 1-2.
Sometimes pitching change can help you a little bit, mix up some speeds. Looked like he was all over that one, just way out in front.
Here comes the 1-2 with runners at first and second, just 1 out for the Bucks. Tries to let off of that one too much, bounced in front of the plate. 2-2. Nine to 1 Bucks. Here's the big lefty about to look at a 2-2 from Swam. And he lifts it. A pop fly behind third. Corbell is over. The shortstop alertly takes it. That's a good play by Caleb Banks, who we've been bragging on a little bit anyway.
Yeah, good play. That's shortstop's ball. Pretty much 99 times out of 100. Get over to it. A little bit easier to go at it from an angle than straight back from third baseman. Good job calling him off. Captain of the infield. That's why they call him that.
Iyer will bat for the second time this inning. He walked and was out by fielder's choice earlier. Off-speed pitch is up and away. One ball, 1 strike. 7 in this inning. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 ball, no strikes. 2 out. Iyer, the designated hitter. He lifts one straight up the silo, over his Banks, makes the catch. And mercifully for the Gardendale Rockets, that inning is over. And we go to the top of the 4th inning, and you see the score on our Jeff Coed TV scoreboard, 9-1 Hoover.
I've always had love for dealing with robotics and technology.
We do a lot of practice with sketching, scaling, and computer-assisted design CAD software. We use Inventor the most in here. And also just figuring out ways to like find a problem and then find a solution to that problem.
I think it's going to help me a lot because you can get a lot of certifications here, and I can not have to worry about taking the certifications in my free time when I'm in college. Because of the Signature Academy, we get to take them for free here.
A lot of different engineering students, whenever they first get to college, there's 50 or 60 different branches of engineering. So I try and get some of the biggest ones, so like give them a taste of civil engineering, mechanical, electrical, computer science, or like computer software programming.
Jeff Co-Ed TV on the road. We are in Hoover, Alabama. Hoover baseball facility, and a fine one that it is. But we're Jeff Co-Ed TV, and that means Gardendale. And the Rockets, they need to blast off here.
Got some final numbers from pitching staff at Gardendale. Cam Roberts threw 2+ innings, faced 16 hitters, walked 7 of them. Only allowed 3 hits. 5 runs to his name, the other 4 to Braden Headley, who got 1 out, faced 5 hitters, walked 2, only gave up 1 hit.
Designated hitter, Gunnar Wyatt steps up. He grounded out in his first plate appearance. Needs to get things rocking for the Gardendale Rockets.
Caleb Stone's certainly been sitting for a while.
Yep. And I've never really known that to be a good thing. You know, it's a good thing in the sense that your team is scoring for you, no question. Is that inside the bag? Nope.
That was close.
Two and 2 the count. And here's Stone. That's away. Full count. Nothing like a walk to get a rally going.
We've seen a lot of good at-bats from Gardendale hitters, not capitalizing on it too much, but they've had opportunities to score in this game.
Stays alive.
Several opportunities, I would say. They have 4 runners left on through first 3 innings. Obviously, that crooked number by Hoover in the bottom of the 3rd is going to end up likely being the difference in this game, but Gardendale has had their chances.
Maybe they can start a rally. Full count, outside, walk. Gunnar Wyatt reaches.
Boy, that pitch looked pretty good to me. I think it looks pretty good to Drew Monte as well behind the plate. But I do not know an umpire that appreciates a catcher walking off before a strike 3 call is made. I think you saw him jump to first, getting ready to throw it.
Wow, that was fastball in, couldn't catch up with it. Trip Green, the center fielder, struck out in his first plate appearance. And he falls behind quickly 0-2. Caleb Stone, gone the distance, owns a 9-1 lead. Curveball, that's away. Ball and a strike, ball and 2. Out of the stretch, Holden Wyatt, that one's fouled back. Here is the 1-2 to Trip Green. That one's fouled. Coming over, I believe it's going to go out of play, but actually bounced into the Hoover dugout.
I'm not sure. A couple of Hoover players chased after it. I don't know. Did they have room? It barely bounced. I don't know if it hit the netting further up, but that bounced right on the edge of the turf, maybe on the turf inside the dugout, but
I think he could have made a play if he'd gone in the dugout.
keep 1 foot in, you're good.
Yep, 1-2. Nice curveball missed. Be 2-2.
Good job laying off of that, Chip Green. Might have been fooled, but you don't want to get defensive once that ball's out of the zone.
Fouls that one back into the screen.
Another 8-pitch at bat here for Gardendale.
I don't think so far Caleb Stone is showing much sign of fatigue. Here comes the 2-2. That's a fastball right in there, fouled away.
Stone up to 70 pitches now.
Wow.
Just through 3+ innings. I mean, typically you're feeling pretty good. You make a pitcher throw that much.
Well, when you're up 9-1, are you telling him more just, hey, keep it in the strike zone?
That's right.
Let your that is drilled to deep center field. Hudson Oliver is back though, and he will make the play. That's an awful big part of center field.
Boy, that is just. They've had a couple of times where they have hit the ball right on the screws and just nothing to show for it. They don't have that big hit, especially with runners on base. It's been difficult for them to create something.
All right. That'll send Corbell to the plate. He flew out in the second inning. He's got a runner aboard, 1 out for Caleb Stone on the Bucks mound. Boy, they're running up the baseball count, aren't they?
I would think with as many games as they have on the schedule this weekend,
Yeah.
I would hope they're prepared. They're prepared. They might be thinking maybe we need more.
There's a strike.
By day 2, they might think,
Yeah.
maybe we need to get some more out here, but surely they're set for today.
Ahead in the count is Caleb Stone for Hoover. The 1-2. Whoa. He just had some gas on that one. And down on the strikes goes Corbell.
That's a good pitch. Got just enough height on it. Swung underneath it and behind it. Didn't matter how far he was choked up on it. He tried to turn on that, and that just wasn't happening with the fastball. That's Stone's second strikeout.
That fastball is away. Austin Webb will step up. The left fielder for Hoover. That one got away. Wyatt will trot down to second. And he shakes his head, all right. 2 outs, but you do have a runner in scoring position, and every little bit helps. Webb grounded to second, back in the second.
Gardendale one for 4 with runners in scoring position so far.
Up top, nice layoff.
Could be a different looking game, certainly a different feeling game if they had gotten 1 or 2 more.
Boy, here's the 3-0. That one is definitely a strike. To Webb, the left fielder. He is a senior for the Rockets. 3-1. That was just a little bit low from Caleb Stone. So Gardendale's got something to go on here in the top half of the 4th inning. Now we've got a stoppage in play, as it looks like Mosley's going to come out, but he may have a solid pitch count on Stone.
Yeah, it's up to 76 pitches, and I think you try to extend pitchers as much as possible when you have multiple games, back-to-back days and everything that's going on. But I also think you gotta call them when you can call it. There's no reason, if you're Hoover right now, to say why would we give any sort of momentum away by leaving in a pitcher too long. 3rd time through the lineup is about to happen here. I expect it to be a short leash. I would expect him to stay in right now, but base hit to get 1 run in, top of the order, anything that happens here, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the last hitter no matter what.
Stone remains on the hill with 2 outs, 2 on for Gardendale. But the Bucks, that is evidently from some of the students around here that fire is somewhat of a tradition. I mean, they've built a pit out there. And that's a good thing for safety reasons. Threw that one by Robinson, the leadoff hitter and catcher.
Flown out to right field twice. Decent contact both times. You just got to be able to find the gap, and that'd be big right now.
Nice block by Monty. Wyatt is second. The 1-1. That was definitely a strike. There you look at 5. There's your DH. And at the plate, well, that one just missed. 2-2.
I've thrown that pitch a few times. I don't know how you lay off of it. That thing starts hanging up in the zone, looking like ready to drive in. Just falls out.
Just fouled away. He spoiled the pitch. It remains 2-2.
He's surpassed that 80 pitch count mark now, which means he will have to take at least 3 rest days before his next appearance, I believe.
That ball gets away from the catcher, Monty. He throws down anyway. It was a close play, sliding in safe. Runners now second and third. Now Parker Robinson could really do something. Here's the ball getting away.
How about Mr. Gunnar Wyatt getting down the baseline, keeping his hand on that bag. I think drawing a little bit of smiles from his own dugout.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is the end of that frame for Gardendale. They threaten but do not score. As we continue here in Hoover, Alabama, it's Jeffco Ed TV.
Hello, Jeffco Ed family. I'm Dr. Beth Miller. This school year, we are thrilled to offer free breakfast and lunch at no cost to all students enrolled in in-person learning. As a community eligibility provision district, we encourage all families to take advantage of this opportunity. Our child nutrition program is devoted to providing healthy and nutritious meals to help fuel our students for a day of learning and growth. We encourage you to take advantage of this opportunity so we can continue to provide in future years.
Logan Swam. Hoover up 9-1. Would likely want to add to this lead. I don't know what likely is about it, Caleb. I think they would definitely.
Opportunity to get this thing wrapped up in short innings. I think that's what Hoover is looking for in Gardendale. Is just one, at this point, cut down on the lead and keep things close enough to where this has to go 7. Give yourself a chance.
Well, Gardendale's played 2 today in this tournament. Hoover has just played 1. So from a numbers game, Hoover would like to get this over.
Give them
for many
even
reasons.
More of an advantage, yeah. I had to go back and double, triple, quadruple check the scorebook. Hoover does have their 9 runs on just 4 hits in this game.
How many walks, though? As I quiz the master.
9. 9 walks,
wow.
Hit by pitch, 2 errors. And that's when you saw that in the first couple of innings.
Jack Breeze is going to pinch hit for Jackson Newton.
You saw the struggle to throw strikes, right? And that is something that we saw them get out of in those first couple of innings, and you could survive with being down 2-1 after the first 2 innings, but the 3rd inning just got away from a couple of different pitchers. and really open.
Now they ran Roberts, and then Headley came in. He could not stop the Hoover Bucks. So now we've got Swam. Boy. A little high in the off-speed curveball.
And yeah, it was tough to ask Headley to get in there. You know, the bases loaded, or two on, I think. So he came in, and his first batter was a 4-pitch walk, and so
yeah, that's right.
You just know that when that happens, that's hard to shake off. And you know, Gardendale has talked about their, you know, learning on the fly. That's what they talk about. It's how you.
Whoa, that one went behind the hitter Breeze.
Hey, it all counts the same. It's just one ball.
It is.
Nobody
ons, nobody advanced.
Doesn't matter how bad you miss it by.
The only person who was bothering was John Thompson, our photographer. What was that motion? I'm not sure. Was he shaking us off? There's a strike. No. Well, that's what I get from trying to call back here.
I think everybody moved a little bit slowly on that one. Even Breeze was lingered a little bit, almost expecting the strike to be called. He said, no, all right, I'll walk off to first base.
All right, we're starting to get some subs in for the Bucks, as batting for Grayson Payne is Jesus Capo. And he takes a ball. It's 1-0. Nobody out. Capo. Ground ball. Can it get through? No. Nice scoop by the third baseman, Corbell. Over to second.
It's about as good as it gets. Third baseman leads you into second base. Corbell, easy throw over to Matthews. Gets his foot on the bag. Good turn. Definitely beats him by a half step. That's a good turn by the Gardendale infield.
5-4-3. And quickly 2 outs. That is not an out. That's a blooper into short right field. Matthews gave a little chase from second, but it wasn't going to happen. So, boy, that double play looms even larger now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a double play. They certainly could have had those first 3 innings. It would have felt pretty good. It was Knox Patterson came in to pinch it there as they've continued to bring in. Here's another one. Shows you how deep this Hoover team is.
So that's Branning Carey. A ball and a strike. Logan Swam on the hill for Gardendale. That one misses. 2-0.
See just how many players Hoover gets into this game as we go through the lineup. We already have a change on deck as well. Looks like Jackson Woodsday is going to be done.
Carey is batting for Hudson Oliver, the outstanding sophomore center fielder. That one is lifted straight up into shallow right field. Story comes in. He makes the catch. So thanks due in large part to a nice double play started by Corbell at third. No run scored by the Bucks as we go to the top of the 5th inning on Jeffco Ed TV.
This is Gardendale High School, where it's always a great day to be a Rocket. The Gardendale Rockets are Jeffco Ed strong.
All right, let's go to the top of the 5th. There you see the score on our Jefferson County scoreboard. And some of the crowd here, the Bucks leading the Rockets by a score of 9-1. New pitcher, Nathan Corrivan. As Adam Mosley, the 20-year head coach at Hoover, is going to make that change, and he's making a lot of changes.
Yeah, we won't try
Turn
to
our score page into a
keep up with
mess.
it in the field. I don't think we're going to try to track all that down, but we will keep up with it as the lineup moves along. Final line for Caleb Stone, who threw 4 innings, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, 3 hits, 1 unearned run in that first inning. Pretty good day
Pretty
for
nice
Mr. Caleb
card.
Stone.
I agree.
In line for the win. I don't think there's any
Gardendale.
5-inning rule at the high school level to get the win. I'm not counting it. I mean, you have to pitch 5 innings of a 9-inning game to get a win.
Yeah.
So you would think you would have to pitch
at
4
least 4
of a
for a
7-inning
7.
game. Yeah, that makes sense to me. We can make up this rule right here, right now.
Okay.
Me and you, Matt.
And we'll send it to Montgomery. Corrivan, who I watched just a couple of his warm-up pitches. Hard thrower. And there you see it.
Just
And Matthews up to bat for the Rockets.
pull a guy off the bench, out of the bullpen, pick up speed in this kind of game, work quickly.
Boy, nice curveball there. Matthews is a hitter for Gardendale. It's a walk and a hit.
Scored the only run of this game for the Rockets.
Good player. Has also done nice leather work at second. 0-2. Outside. 1-2. The crowd's hanging around.
It's a good night for baseball. Once you get used to that little chill, you can sit and watch for a while.
That ball blocked nicely by Drew Monty. 2-2. Ground ball off the pitcher's glove, over to second. Payne throws, got him. Nice play.
Sign of a good baseball team, good baseball club, when you make those plays look as simple as they should. You want them to look that simple, just a simple ground out, but charging it properly, getting it out of your glove properly, no panic. This team is built for success.
Jesus Capo made that play at second as he's gone in for Payne. Curveball away. And here's another look at Caleb Banks. All-around good ball player. Reached on an error. Had a single. Plays nice work at shortstop. Fouls that one back. And one thing I've noticed here pretty quickly from Nathan Corrivan, he likes to work pretty quickly. Well, I say that.
That's the time that he likes to slow things down.
Oh, that is hammered to center field and over the center fielder's head. Coming around is Eli Matthews. He's going for 3, and he could get in there standing. That's the hardest hit ball we've seen all evening.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe not the same loft that we've seen in a couple of balls to the warning track, but boy, he tattooed that ball over the head.
Yeah.
This is that in center field. That's Brandon Carey, who just came in. Part of me almost wishes that Hudson Oliver was still out there to see if he could have chased it down. I don't know if he would have been able to, but man, would have been fun to watch.
Boy,
stand-up triple.
And he's standing, exact. Matthews, that is skied. Center field. Coming over, Carey. He will make the catch. Matthews going to tag and score easily, so Gardendale adds a run.
Way to jump on the ball.
Banks.
Early, you get a strike. Put it in play, get a run. You can't get 8 runs at a time. Start picking it apart.
Let's make sure we got Caleb Banks had the triple, correct?
Caleb Banks had the triple. Parker Banks had the sac fly RBI.
We got that. I want to give these Gardendale kids proper credit. So, now 2 out for Corrivan. Off speed upstairs, 1-1.
And I said Hoover scored 9 runs on their first 4 hits. Gardendale now has 4 hits.
And they have but 2. Funny game, isn't it?
That's baseball, Susan.
That is in short center field. Actually, second baseman, that's Capo, is going to make another play, and that's the end of the inning, or the end of the top half of the inning, as we will go to the bottom half of the 5th. Bucks on top, 9-2 on Jeff Coed TV.
I love the kids. I mean, every day they are just so excited to learn.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
And they really teach me a lot. I mean, honestly, they are just so beautiful.
Oh, that's a beautiful one.
Miss McNamara, she is an awesome teacher in the classroom. I think it basically starts with, with any great teacher, I think it starts with a love of kids. You know that right off the bat when you're talking with her and you go into her classroom and you see her interact with kids, that she loves kids, she's here for the kids.
And the biggest reward of teaching is to see a child come in who struggles with, conversation skills or struggles with being able to adapt to the classroom. Very honored to be able to represent our school in this way, and just humbled that I get to be able to do this.
What's he seeing at class?
Way to go, Cheryl Lynn, one of our 10 outstanding educators named the finalists for Teacher of the Year. Jeff Coed is going to roll out the red carpet for all of them. You can watch the presentation live on Jeff Coed TV March 19th. Those pitchers are honored. 2 of them will be named Teacher of the Year. Coverage starts 6:20. Let's go to our roster again. Hitting is Hudson Jackman. And he takes a ball. 1-0. Logan Swam is still on the hill for Gardendale. I think he's pitched okay.
Yeah, he's come in. He's only faced 7 hitters, and he's gotten 5 outs. So one reached on an error.
He is facing Hudson Jackson. That ball is low. It's 3-1. Again, more baseball out here tomorrow if you're in the area. The tournament continues. And you can see Gardendale, the Rockets from Jefferson County, as they will play again sometime tomorrow. There's a walk. So there is a runner on with nobody out. And to the plate. Well, checking the rosters here.
I had it as Caden McCown? Caden McCown?
Yeah, there's the 1-3.
I'm going McCown.
You got him batting for Adams?
That's correct. Walk number 11, by the way. That's just issued to Jackman. Plus a free pass on a hit batter.
Did he go?
I think he did.
Ball and a strike. Caden McCown batting from the left side. With the runner on first. Nobody out for the Bucks. Runner goes. Slap down the right field line. Coming over is Story to grab the ball. Coming around to score is Jackson, and it's 10-2. McCown with a double.
Talk about a hit and run to perfection. That was inches. I'm talking inches away. Just over the reach of Parker Banks. That could have been a double play. We're 3 inches away from that being a double play, and him catching that line drive, just stepping on first base and getting a double play instead. It's an RBI double for McCown.
Hit the ball hard, though. He scalded it. And the catcher will remain in as a starter. That's Drew Monty. Chop foul. So it's 10-2. So Caden McCown looks at that ball hit him. Must have got him on the left arm.
If he had an elbow pad, that sounded like it hit something hard.
And here comes Ryan Keedy. Maybe we can catch another look. But I have noticed this in check it.
He does. He's got that elbow pad on right there. That's what we heard it hit.
Good reason. That's a very tender place if you're not padded. I have noticed more in baseball that hitters are a lot less likely to try and get out of the way of the pitch. Have you?
Yeah, it does. It feels that way a little bit more recently. I think get hit by a pitch so much, you're just saying, hey, I know it's not going to be the end of the world. A lot more padding, too, I think probably helps with that.
I think that's a big deal there, too. And, used to, if you didn't make any effort, they could ring you up.
Umpires want, yeah. Now
they call it a ball.
Yeah, call it a ball. Or if you're leaning over the plate, they'll call it a strike.
Yep. Yes, they can, and rare is it, but you're exactly right.
But you're right. You don't see umpires call somebody back because they don't make an effort. If they can stand there and wear it, if you're in the batter's box, you're not leaning over the plate, they're going to allow that.
Looks like Christian Fields has taken over the mound opportunities for Gardendale.
And obviously, this isn't what Gardendale wanted, throwing a fourth pitcher into this game. But I think the fact
when you
that
got 2 games tomorrow.
Yeah, the fact that you went through game 1, Connor Hoover got you all 8 innings there. I think it bought you a little bit to say, all right, if we need to, we can. And right now, Gardendale is trying to stay in this game, right? I mean, this game could be ended with 2 runs.
Yeah.
By Hoover, so with two runners on and nobody out, it's a chance Gardendale just wants to extend this game, and I have a feeling that is the deciding factor in making this pitching change.
All right. Man, stepping to the plate is a 6'6" center. Obviously, I'm kidding, but that is one tall guy. That is Jay Averett. I'm pretty sure I remember doing a basketball game with him in it. That would surprise you, right?
No, and I think
that one's away. 1-0. Inside, 2-0. Averett, what do you think? 6'5"?
probably. It's hard to tell without knowing what the you want to measurement on the umpire. And
yeah. Oh.
It's got a big strike zone and still can't find it right now.
Fields has come in with 3 straight balls. Out of the stretch. Here's the 3-0. Walked him on 4 straight, and the bases are loaded for the Bucks.
Basic win this game. And once again, new pitcher comes in, first batter, 4-pitch walk.
That's happened 3 times. Is my short memory?
No, that's what I have it down as too.
Andrew Renfro. Excuse me, I got stuck on my A there. Yeah, base hits 10-2. Would make it 12-2. Depends on how they run station to station.
And we can talk about all the talent on Hoover's
Sweet miss.
roster and in their lineup. Number 24, Andrew Renfro. Coach told us he's an energy guy. Engines of the dugout. You want to talk about a guy who they would love to have a walk-off hit? They would explode if this guy can single.
There's a strike. 1-2. Walked on 4 straight. Now Fields is way ahead of the hitter. Here's the 1-2 from Gardendale's Fields. Oh, that was a strike. Caught him looking.
That's a good-looking pitch. Over the plate. You see he's worried about leaning over it.
That's a big out. Now you can get a double play and get out of the inning.
Definitely across the plate on the replay. It actually might have been high more than anything else, but it definitely caught the plate.
Jack Breeze getting his second at-bat. Up and away. Breeze came in for Jackson Newton. Walked and scored. Bases are full of Bucks. There's a fly ball, center field. Green drifts back. That's over his head and may have bounced over for a ground rule double. And that would end it. That makes it 12-2. What a big hit for Jack Breeze. And Hoover is going to win this one going away. Up 10 in 5. So we'll get Caleb will jog over. Caleb will jog over and he will grab Ryan Keaty, our Jeffco Ed Gardendale coach. Hey, we will be around in just a few days. Tuesday, we got softball. As the ladies take over, the Yellow Jackets will be visiting the Lady Golden Gophers. And you can watch it all right here where you have us streaming on whatever platform it is. JeffcoEd.com/TV. There's where you can pick us up. First pitch, March the 17th at 4:30, and that is in Hueytown. We're waiting on Ryan Keaty to come to the mic as this tournament will continue tomorrow with a few more games. Gardendale will be in that. They hope to play a little bit better than they did, and they played well. Just walks will eat you up. I think at last count there were 11. So that's tough. It's tough to win at any level with 11 strikes. As Caleb told you, they didn't give up that many hits. Maybe 4 each team. Something like that. Except for that last launch. What a double. Had it not bounced over the fence, it would have cleared the bases, but it didn't matter. All that Hoover needed was 2 to win the baseball game. And now these teams go home, probably get something to eat, maybe go to a restaurant locally here. And then they'll both be back here tomorrow. Hoover will play 2, Gardendale will play 1. Hey, we've told you this, and it's worth talking about again. Jeffco Ed is rolling out the red carpet for some of our outstanding teachers. 10 teachers have been named finalists for Teacher of the Year. You can watch them here live on Jeffco Ed TV on March 19th as those teachers are honored. 2 of them will be named Teacher of the Year. Live coverage of the ceremony starts at 6:20. That's March 19th. Time is with Ryan Keaty.
All right, Coach, obviously a tough one in this, but challenge of a difficult schedule like that, what do you take away from a night like tonight?
Right, and again, if you look at our schedule, and again, it's probably to a fault, but I want to try to play teams that you have to beat to accomplish goals, and somehow this will be good for us moving forward. I thought the first game, you can't ask for better starting pitching. I know it wasn't broadcasted, but I told our guys right there the difference in the 2 games were the first game we pounded the strike zone. In that game, we didn't play bad with too many walks, too many free passes, and obviously that's a good team over there. But we got to move forward. I thought we competed at the plate, and I just told them the same thing. I said, I feel like we're turning a corner, and we got Erie next week, so maybe it's a good time to do it.
Yes, on the pitching side of things, it's hard to say you want to just lay strikes in there against a lineup like that. What's the approach when you're telling your pitchers when you're facing a lineup like that?
Well, and again, that's all you can do is, if you throw strikes, high school hitters for the most part to get themselves out. And again, that's obviously a good team with some good players on it. But you don't give yourself a chance at all when you can't throw it over the plate. And now when you do throw it over the plate, there's two guys on or bases loaded, or they're getting to hit in 2-0-3-1 hitters counts, and so it just makes life more difficult for the pitcher.
And you said you feel like you're turning a corner. When the record doesn't show it, how do you make sure that reflects in the locker room? What are you telling them after a game like that?
Yeah, exactly what I just told you. I feel like we're close, and if you look at some of the scores, especially recently, we're a hit away. We went 2 or 3 games in a row without scoring a run. Both pitchers went 8 innings. For 2 in a row, so we're so close. But we competed, but the score don't reflect it, and our record don't reflect it. But tonight, we competed the best we've done at the plate in a long time.
All right, thanks, Coach. Let's get to your team. I know you have a long day tomorrow. Back to you, Matt.
Thank you, Caleb. And thank you, Ryan. We appreciate it. Ryan, say hello to your daddy for me. All right, we will wrap it up from Hoover and Jeff Coed TV. We'll be back Tuesday. Once again, the final score here, Hoover defeats the Rockets of Gardendale by a score of 12-2. Good night from Jeff Coed TV.